Alright, so in this video I want to cover the skyscraper technique. This is something, a phrase coined by Brian Dean about, I don't know when he officially wrote this, but it was several years ago, where he published this case study on link building and how he built up his search traffic for in less than 2 weeks. Now, what I did was chunk this process down into something that could easily be done for an e-commerce site, and I went down into the did the specific steps needed for each part of the process. So the main two steps that I'm going to focus on in this are step 1 and step 2, where it says first of all find link-worthy content, and on step 2 make something even better. The best way to do this is to find something that's currently ranking on 4 terms that you want to rank different pages that lead to your e-commerce store on, and then make something even better. So, because once you have a model for what's ranking, you can not easily, but it's simple to make something better once you know what to look for. So that's what we'll cover in this video. Now, there's 5 different steps here that I would use. First of all, you're going to determine, okay, what product or category of products do I want to promote? So the whole goal here traces back to Sean Covey's begin with the end in mind. Okay, you want to create a skyscraper structure that will show Google and visitors that you are an authority on the topic as well as the broader subject. So in this case, we have this particular product, which is a dog disc or dog flying disc. So once we found that product, we want to put that product page here and put the main keyword here. This is actually of a selection of products, not just a single product. There's multiple versions of the Hyperflight JAWS, but the overall category that it's in is dog flying disc. Because if we go over to Amazon and we scroll down, we can see that the overall categories that this product is ranking well in is flying discs and dog flying discs. Specifically, the disc that we're looking at is geared toward dogs, so that's why I chose the category dog flying discs. Now, once we've determined our product category, we can go over to Ahrefs with dog flying discs. We go to Ahrefs Keywords Explorer and put that dog flying discs in. And then we can see, okay, there's only 100 searches per month for this term. But are there other terms that would be better to gear this term towards? Now we can go to related terms, or gear our article to. So here we have dog flying disc as a category on Amazon, but we have dog frisbee here in Ahrefs. So this is the keyword, the main keyword that I want to use for the skyscraper article. So we're going to take that best dog frisbee, and that gets 700. So it's kind of be a coin flip between best dog frisbee and dog frisbee. I want this skyscraper post to get the most attention, so I'm going to pick the one with the highest search volume. And since the keyword difficulty is pretty close, 6 and 7, and it's very low, the keyword difficulty runs from 0 to 100. So I'm going to leave it on dog frisbee, because we can have a selection of our top rated frisbees, but we want to have our dog frisbees because there's a lot of what dog is this frisbee best for, because some people are going to have a lot of different types of dogs. So dog frisbee is what I want to use. So now that we've picked our main keyword here, the goal of this step was to uncover the exact term that should be the center of your skyscraper post. Take your product category and plug it into an SEO keyword research tool like Ahrefs. So that's just what we did. Now you can use other tools, but Ahrefs is what I use in this one particularly. All right. So now we're going to take this term and we're going to find. We want to locate an article with the DR closest to our website on the first page of Google. Ideally, there's going to be one closest to this. So you want to know what the DR of your website is. So the DR of the website that I'm looking at working with here has a DR of 31, and so I'm going to find a website that has the closest DR there. So if I search for dog frisbee on here, we're going to see Let's keep going. That right life is on the first page here. This is the, so we'll go. Now if we look at what our overall, why aren't my search features showing up here? This was the one here, I looked it up earlier, but this one has a DR of 31. So if we go over to Site Explorer, and we can see that this DR is 31. So this is a comparable page of what's ranking in Google for the term that I want to rank for. And it's ranking on the first page, and it's DR close to the one site I'm working with. So that's the one we're going to choose. So the goal of this step was to uncover the structure of the article that we need to build that would rank well in Google. So using this particular page, what I'm finding is this page has 24 products. Mostly is contained of 2 different brands, Hyperflight and HeroDisc. And I found that it was ranked, when I looked, or I think it did originally, it was Dog Frisbees. So I made the mistake in my research there, but this one's Dog Frisbee, and it ranked was there. So it's a little different on the position. But this one has 1,000 keywords on the page. So the way in which I find these specifically is if I go over to, let's go to Right Life, and then I'm going to use these 2 extensions here. So this is SEO Meta in one click. Now the way that looks is SEO Meta in one click. That'll give me the title and description here, so I can see, okay, what are they using? How much have they optimized this page for it? Because again, my goal here is to see what they're doing and then brainstorm of how can I build a better page than this. So I've got Dog Frisbees, Flying Frisbees, Right Life. So then I want to look at their overall page structure. So here we've got Disc Dog. Here, subcategories, brand, other. That's their menu. And then these are each of the items as an H3. So there's a number of different things that we can do to improve this structure. And likely that we can do for the description. Now this is pretty well optimized, if not over-optimized at this point. Dog Frisbees, Flying Disc for dogs, dog discs, something like that. There's a lot of things we can do on page to look at. If we look at their overall on page, they've got 24 different products. Their listing is contained of an image, a title, and a price. And they don't have really at the bottom, besides their subscribe to our newsletter. So there's a number of different opportunities that are available there. Now if I want to check the overall word count that's on this page, I can open up my Mangools Chrome extension. This is an SEO extension by Mangools. And if I can go to the SEO, on-page SEO tab, and then I can still see my title and description. I like to see it in the SEO Meta in one click because it's cleaner. It doesn't have all these recommendations in there. But the number of words here is 954, so it has nearly 1,000. So then it gives me the tip right off the bat here is that pages with 2,000 words tend to rank better in Google according to some studies. Of course, it maintains closely to blog posts, but that's just, I think the more words the merrier for Google is my general rule. Now if we go down to here, so we can see it has nearly 1,000 words, and I also put the title and description in here as well. So now pages can be made better in a number of different ways. We can make them better as far as word count, or more content. They get 24. In mine, we can cover 35. Or in the one I'm working on, we can cover 35. We can include better descriptions of the products. Notice how on this page there's no product descriptions. There's only the title and the price. So that's something that can be improved. They have 3 products here. What if we were to list them 2 at a time and plug in more content below, like maybe a brief description of what dogs this product works best for, or perhaps a brief description of, you can include a review, or a rating on that as well. So there's a number of different things that could be done there. So reviews, product videos, they're all static images there. So you could include different product videos under there as well with the option, with our call to action to watch a video, and then it redirects you to the product page. That's another one. And then we have the add FAQs. Now there's no FAQs at the bottom of this page. That's why I went all the way down to see if we can see, okay, that's another thing to do here. Common questions about dog discs or dog frisbees. That would be your H2 there. That would be an option for an H2 anyway. And then we can build informative pages about each product and link out to them. So they do link out to each product, page here. Since this is an e-commerce store, you can click out to this other page. It does link out to that page. So that's enough. But what does that page specifically look like would be the next question. So we've got the product page here. It's got the title. It's got the category or brand name. No reviews there. It's got the SKU, availability, description, bullets, and then related products there. All right, so these are different ways that pages can be made better. So whenever you're considering making better content or skyscraper pages, make sure that you're incorporating some of this on the actual skyscraper page. So incorporating more content than this one on the skyscraper page would be great. And you could say, well, Kyle, this is a dynamic inventory page that kind of fluctuates in and out. Well, I've seen in multiple different instances where you can add content below here. So maybe perhaps below the next page and above the subscribe would be another place to add content. Or you can add content in between. You can say, hey, let's display 2 rows of products, then have some content frequently, or you can have a fact about it, fun fact about dog frisbees. Dogs have been way happier since their invention in 1960 or whatever the first dog disc came around. You know, you can have different ways to break up your products, so it's not just a ton of products. So you can be more pleasing to the user experience in that way. So this is more of a brainstorming. Okay, let's sketch out a page on how to build a better version of their product page. So that's an overall summary of how I would build a skyscraper page for either an e-commerce site or perhaps an affiliate site that's selling physical products. But that's the overall process. Determine the product or determine what you're promoting exactly. Then you're going to find what category that product fits in. Then you find the main keyword for that product category, the one that's getting the most search volume. That's relative. That's not too hard. You got to watch this piece a little bit. If your blog or e-commerce store is relatively new and your DR isn't that high, meaning it's like around 30, I would pick something that's relatively low difficulty, because you're going to rank for it faster than if you pick something that has overall very high difficulty. So then you're going to locate the article, which we got here, and that's closest in DR to your website. So in this case, we found one that's exact, which is unusual, but we're going to find one that's relatively close, because that'll tell you, okay, this is the type of page that I need to build that's closest to my website. Domain rating, or DR, is a cumulative metric showing, okay, is this site about the same strength as this other website? So it's generally for people who do search engine optimization, but that's what DR is. So then you want to brainstorm, okay, write out how you could make this page better. Here's 6 different tips that you can incorporate. All right. If you've liked this video, feel free to subscribe to my channel. If you're looking for more SEO tips or want to see a cute little black dog running around, I often post videos with my dog Bowser. So hope you all have a great day. Bye-bye now.